You know that feeling, right? Standing at a crossroads, totally lost, no idea which way to turn. We've all been there. Well, today, we're going to zero in on this single, super powerful piece of advice from the book of James that offers a direct path right through that kind of confusion.
So let's just get real for a second. Think about where you are right now. Maybe you've got a huge decision weighing on you, or a really tricky relationship you're trying to figure out, or maybe it's just this general fog about what's supposed to come next. That feeling, that need for a clear path, that's exactly what we're tackling today. And listen, the first thing you've got to know is this is completely normal. We all hit these walls. It happens to everyone. So the real question isn't if we'll get stuck, but what's our game plan for when we do? And that brings us right to the heart of it, this core promise. It's a statement so simple, it's almost kind of radical, right? If you realize you're lacking wisdom, the instruction is to just ask God for it. Okay, but let's pause. What are we really being invited to ask for here? When the Bible talks about wisdom, what does that actually mean? It's a pretty important question. And this, right here, is such a crucial distinction. We're not just talking about asking for more data or more information. That's what Google is for. This kind of wisdom is all about application. It's the difference between knowing all the ingredients in a recipe and actually knowing how to cook a delicious meal. It's about discernment, that gut-level ability to see a situation for what it is and know the right practical step to take in your actual life. So we know what to ask for, but, just as important is who we're asking. And this verse gives us this incredible little profile of the giver, and it almost seems designed to get rid of any reason we'd hesitate to ask. I mean, look at this contrast. It's pretty powerful, isn't it? So often, we kind of project our own human experiences onto God. We expect that maybe there'll be some reluctance, a little bit of judgment because we don't have it all figured out. But the promise here is the exact opposite of that. It's a generous response for everybody with no strings attached. And let's just zoom in on that phrase for a second. Without reproach. This is a total game changer. It means there's no divine eye roll. There's no you again, or seriously, haven't you learned this lesson yet? It's a promise that when you come asking for help, the response isn't to find fault or to make you feel small for needing it in the first place. The invitation is completely 100% shame-free, and that makes it a really safe place to ask.
So, with an invitation this open from a giver this generous, what's our part in all this? Well, it turns out the process itself is unbelievably simple. The whole thing really flows in 3 clear steps. It all starts with a little humility, right? Just acknowledging, yep, I don't have the answer here. Then it moves into action. You just ask. A direct personal request. No fancy words or complicated rituals needed. And finally, it lands you in this place of trust, where you're actively expecting to receive what was promised. And here's the key. We have to fight that urge to overcomplicate it. This isn't some magic formula where if you say the exact right words, you get a prize. It's just a simple relational exchange. A need is shared and a gift is given. That's it. And that leads us to the very last part of the verse, which honestly might be the most powerful piece of the whole thing. It's all about the guaranteed result. Just listen to the certainty in those words. The text doesn't say it might be given or, there's a pretty good chance. The language is absolute. It's presented as a sure thing, a dependable spiritual principle. When you sincerely ask God for wisdom, it is given, period. So as we start to wrap this up, let's bring it right back to where we started, you. What does this ancient promise actually mean for the very real, very modern problems you're facing today? The bottom line is really this simple. Feeling stuck, feeling confused, it isn't a dead end. In fact, it's the perfect launching pad for this very promise. You do not have to carry the weight of figuring everything out all by yourself. So, we'll leave you with this final, practical question to chew on. As you think about your work, your family, your future, what is that one specific area where you need that practical, life-navigating wisdom right now? Because according to this verse, the guidance you're looking for is just one ask away.